you're like, this tastes as good as like a juicy ribeye. But
Is the appeal inward or outward?
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I don't either.
Is it for you or is it for others?
It's for you. You're like, this is experimental.
Okay, I guess it's.
Do you like it after tasting it, and that's what made you get it more than once? Like,
right? Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, well then it's not just for people around you.
Yeah, it's not just to be like, check out how weird I am. I'll take the silkworms, right? Like it's.
I like eel and calamari, and that's about as weird as I get, I think.
Don't even get started with me. I'm gonna throw Nick under the bus, dude. We'll just eat a lemon.
A lemon? Oh!
Don't even talk to me.
With some salt
you
on
peel it though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, because I saw Dick eat one full skin.
With the skin on.
It was for a challenge. We were doing a marathon, and if we reached a goal, he had to eat an entire lemon. And he drew it out of the basket because we had all the nasty things in the basket. We had to pick one, and his tongue looked like it had boils afterwards.
That's what I was thinking. Like, did it really mess up his mouth?
It was real bad. And then he did the cinnamon challenge after that. And that was hilarious because it looked like pure pain.
Oh, man. This is like the perfect example of us not all living in the ideal multiverse. He's doing some kind of gastronomic torture chamber.
He was going to eat a cigarette, but chat shut us down on that.
Dude.
They were like, you could die from that. And he was like,
This is
quit
like
being
Saw,
pussies.
but milder.
Yeah, it is self-inflicted saw.
He was going to snort a pixie stick, which he's done before.
Yo,
but
you done?
I said that might be against TOS, so let's not go there.
Yo, he has a daughter, man. He's got to make some more sensible choices.
He's doing it for the daughter, for his career.
I mean, I guess so, but it's like, I don't know, man. That's too far. That's too far for me.
I was like, you can hit me in the face with a pie. Like, I ain't snorting no fucking pixie stick. Like,
that's a victimless crime, except for the baker involved.
I was like, I'll eat some Kool-Aid packets raw. That was about as bad as I got. Those are real nasty.
I believe that.
Those are dangerous, too, because you put all that powder in your mouth, and there's not enough moisture right away. So you start, like, coughing, and then you can inhale that shit if you're not careful.
Like,
and that's dangerous.
I think there's an off chance that you could end up having to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd really seriously hurt yourself, but I'm not a doctor. But I think you may end up having to go to the hospital.
Depends on how much packet you inhale, I guess. I don't know.
There was a girl in the UK who went to the hospital because you guys have Doritos roulette in America, where one of the Doritos is supposedly really spicy and the rest are nacho cheese.
No.
She ate the spicy Dorito and she had to go to the hospital, and the parents were like, they should really like limit the amount of spice on this. It's like less spicy than an actual normal Dorito. If
it was spicy enough, wouldn't it, like, by being in the same bag, transfer its spices to the other chips somehow?
But I think it's more like, it's just a product. It's produced for like mass consumption by like the Frito-Lay Corporation. They're not gonna put like a weapons-grade biological agent in it. I think it's possible your daughter's just a little bitch.
Yeah. My mouth's hot. Take me to the hospital. Unless she had like some allergy.
You go so hard on that.
I mean, she's only 13, so you still gotta, blame the parents to some extent. Definitely still a child, but like, maybe she's just a pussy.
By the way, 2/3 Guppy subscribed earlier, and Big Daddy Dirtbag 5 months in a row. Thanks, guys. I almost forgot about 2/3 Guppy there, and I feel really guilty when I do that.
Thank you, Ron Sleasley, for the subscription as well.
I like
if
that
anything,
name.
I just hate that it perpetuates this idea that like a mass-marketed snack food can actually be edgy. Like, be careful with those Doritos roulettes. Girl in the UK had to go to the hospital. It was so spicy. It's actually like less spicy than a green pepper.
I mean, it's not like it's not advertised. You knew what you were getting yourself into when you opened the bag up, right? Like, if you were worried about it, wouldn't you sniff it or something? Like, sniff it. That's what your nose is for.
Goddamn Frito-Lay Corporation trying to purge the population. Okay, apparently she had asthma and it set off her asthma.
Okay.
That makes me look a little bit like the bad guy in this situation, which I really don't appreciate. Well, that's the next step in our nanny state. Please submit, your medical records before you buy this Doritos roulette.
Oh, warning, if you have asthma, don't eat our chips. Like, the fuck?
Come on.
You're still not
Don't you think
convinced.
though? I mean, we've kind of moved on past this, but don't you think the whole lemon thing versus like the stuff you did for Twitch stuff is like they're kind of not comparable? Because like I would just eat a lemon slice with no provocation because I think it tastes alright. You
Yeah.
wouldn't do a lot of that stuff that you're talking about for any other reason, right?
I hope not, but then again, I have been in high school where people would just like, you know, snort pixie sticks to be like, check it out.
That's what Dick would do. In high school, he's like, oh, I used to do that shit all the time. Back in high school.
Though. Like, you ever have like, and there's probably people in chat that are this person, and that's okay. But do you ever have people that would like, they'd be like, hey, if you give me $5,
You
I'll, like,
fat
eat this
biscuit,
trash.
thank you.
And then you like, all right, I guess I'll contribute like $1 to that, and then they
Dude, I
eat the
hate
trash. I could not be paid. Well, that's not true. There is a sum of money that would allow me to feel okay about eating trash.
It's
but
not. It's not
$5.
high school pocket money. That's for sure.
Exactly. There's always somebody who's like, I'll eat trash if you buy me a slice of pizza.
Yeah, but that kid's
that's-
like not has a bad home life and isn't getting like fed at fucking home, and he needs that money to stop by the grocery store on the way back. You know, like
Yeah.
that's what I feel like.
Thank you, Star Bopper, for the 2 months in a row.
See, someone in here said, I ate a piece of paper for $20. And then immediately below that, there is a line that says, I ate a worm for $2. So there's the difference. $20 for a piece of paper for a teenager seems semi-reasonable. $2 for a worm. You outed yourself.
Dude, I would eat the piece of paper every time. That's no big deal.
I mean, they're
Yeah,
protein.
With a slice of lemon.
The worms
What's
are
the harm in the
protein.
paper? I know there's some bleach and shit, but it's like pretty minor.
I feel like the worm's more healthy to eat, honestly, but it's just more disgusting.
How much paper? How much paper would become a danger to me? Like if I was to say, look, I would eat a piece of paper for every $20 you sent me. At what point would that start to become a bad idea?
We're talking about like 8.5 by 11 paper, right?
Yeah, well, it's not like you're talking
Like-
about 11 by 16.
Like
Well,
school,
I mean,
like
how
college
long is it
rule.
Yeah, how long is it gonna take you to consume a 8.5 by 11 sheet
No,
of
it's
paper?
easy. You cut it into 4 pieces. It's like 3-4 bites.
I would
No,
ball
oh
it up
my
and
God.
just chew it, get it wet, and swallow it.
No, you can't do that. It'll wear out your jaw.
There is no way.
Hmm. You
We'll
just
see.
spit on
Next
it a
time
lot.
we're together, I'm gonna give you $20. I'm
we-
gonna say eat this piece of paper in under 5
Alright.
minutes.
Can we dip it in water first?
I promise you that I will take you up on that when that happens.
If you dip it in water, it shit's cake.
I don't think you're allowed the water. I think it's just your spit.
Hmm.
That being said, I think if the question is how many pieces of paper would you eat at $20 per piece of paper, the
That
answer
was the question, yeah.
the answer should really be like 0 or 1, because I'm pretty sure that you'd start to feel pretty bad after like 2 sheets
Yeah.
of paper.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Is I've never done it before.
Do you have to keep it down? Because usually the rule is no puking if you're eating
Yeah,
something.
but like, if you threw up a piece of paper, wouldn't that hurt a lot?
No,
It
it's
would just
it's
be
wet.
paste
It's
at that
goopy.
point.
Yeah,
Ricard
but,
will
like-
give me $20 right now to eat a piece of paper.
I don't think we're allowed to eat paper on Twitch, so don't.
I don't
ask,
think
but
so either. But I'm gonna find
this
out
is
now.
Theoretical.
I'll eat this
could
fucking
probably-
receipt. No, I'm not gonna do
I'd
that.
love to make $100 from eating paper, but I don't know if I could go through with it.
I don't need $20 bad enough to eat things. Like, if you guys want to tip, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'll play video games.
With my
I'm good.
teeth right now, I wouldn't want to do it right now.
No balls.
But I think also the older you get, the more money you need, because if you have to go to the hospital, even ignoring the cost, you've got to, as an
yeah.
adult, look yourself deep in the windows of your own soul, and then say to the doctor, ate a couple pieces of paper on a dare. And then he's going to be like, you know you're an adult human being, right? Like, Lou lives in one of the most powerful countries in the world. You know, you're going to select the next person who's going to have nuclear launch codes. Why'd you eat the paper? Dare.
I feel like it's none of his fucking business. Stay out of it, or give me
What? He's
$5
a
to eat the
doctor.
paper.
It's a little his business.
I think it's
Look,
the
bro,
same-
he doesn't need to know why. He just needs to know that I did it.
Read it,
Fuck him. Like, if it's
Like, you
personal
got a race
harm,
car up your ass. How'd that happen?
Yeah.
don't
ask.
worry
I
about
came here to
it.
get the race car out of my ass, not to get judgment, okay?
That's right. Just do your fucking job, doctor. I don't need to tell you my whole ass car life story.
I think if you went
Tell
to the
me.
doctor with like a race car shoved up your ass, he wouldn't even ask, because he'd be like, there's only one way that this story comes to pass. You shove the race car up your ass.
I sat
Maybe
down really
What's
fast,
that?
naked, like,
You laid like some Hot Wheels tracks, and then your buddy was driving the car, and it all went. Well, you see, we were working on our slot car racing technique, and I just happened to bend over, split my pants and my underwear simultaneously right in front of the track. My buddy hit the gas, and there you go. Nothing weird happened at all.
I think if your doctor gives you shit, you just go, man, just be happy it wasn't a light bulb.
Oh, yeah. Lick-a-dippa, thank you.
Thank you, Billy the Kid 1524 for your subscription.
Hot Wheels leading the way.
But then you gotta think, like, how many anal insertions? Really glad that this is the direction we chose to go on today's show.
That's great.
What percentage of anal insertions do you think are accidental?
Whenever you say anal, it makes me good.
There's gotta be like
accidental.
1% of anal insertions that go to the. Well, I mean, they're all accidental, if you know what I mean. But what percent were like, I actually tripped and fell on the wine bottle? Well, I didn't have any underwear on.
It's gotta be nearly none.
Like
I was thinking
1%.
Like yeah.
Maybe just for like de facto.
So 1 in 100 anal insertions is accidental?
And really, that's the true
Gotta be.
victim. Because then they're going to the doctor and they're like, you don't understand. I decided to change my curtains and I just did the dishes earlier and I slipped and then I fell on the wine bottle. And they're like, yeah, okay.
And it just so happened to perfectly jab itself directly up my bum. Like, I feel like if you did that, you'd have a chance of it, like, going in sideways and causing some real damage. And the doctor would be able to believe you because it'd be like, all right, well, the bottle nicked your sphincter a little bit to the left. Yeah. You know? Like, there'd be evidence. Like, they'd know if you're lying or not. They have to, unless it was...
probably true.
It would have to be the perfect insertion, you know? Like,
I think half of being a doctor is dealing with patients who lie. I think it's, like, constant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that,
actually. Issues, and everybody's got all kinds of, like, anxiety about being honest and open about how they got into this problem. And I think they've got to figure out how to just, like, look the other way and treat them regardless.
I'm pretty sure that for the questions like... how much do you eat fried food? Like, how many alcoholic units do you drink per week?
Yeah, stuff like that's okay.
Whatever answer you give them, I'm pretty sure they're just like, all right, multiply that by 2.
I honestly feel awful because I answer completely honestly, and I don't think they necessarily believe me when I say I rarely drink and I don't do any drugs.
Well, and I think if you say, like, rarely or never, they're like, this guy's on the level. But if you're like, well, I have, like, 4 a day, they're like, oh, this guy's like, he's actually probably pushing like 8 to 10 or something.
My doctor's always like, yeah, you sure you didn't drink, right? Before you had that blood test, because I have like slightly elevated liver function. And I keep telling her, no, I didn't drink. And she just keeps asking me again.
Maybe
she's like,
someone's
liar!
Yeah.
Spooky Taint, thank you for 2 months in a row. What a great name for the moment. The spookiest. Is your taint spooky because the bottle missed? And now it's like got some Scarface thing going on.
It looks like the mask from Scream.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck?
God.
It's all like, his face is like, woo! Oh, man. I love the Scream mask. I wore that as a Halloween costume one year. But the movie is really bad. I know what she did last summer is really bad, too.
I like the part where she looks up at the sky and spins in a circle. That was like a meme before memes were memes.
Don't even.
What up?
Oh shit, what up?
Memes were memes.
Meme hipster.
You're telling me, man.
You're telling meme. I'm playing Death Smiles right now on my stream. This game's pretty fun. I used to play this all the time.
Smiles.
It's a bullet hell like animu game.
Oh yeah, no, I say, is that the one that the promotional image is like a lady with really big boobs?
Like most games of that genre.
It's got witch schoolgirls as the characters, but yeah, you shoot like a billion bullets at a billion bullets.
Have you seen the VR game?
I kind of loved it.
With the singing ladies? It's like
I have not.
Neko something
the light gun
another.
One?
Oh, I've heard of it.
I was like looking at VR stuff when I was doing my marathon because we were playing VR games, and they're like, check this one out, Cobalt. And it was just like a bunch of like little anime cat girls singing on stage when I went and looked at the...
Oh, Neko Para Arena something or other.
Yeah. I was like, guys, we're not fucking with this, sorry.
I downloaded that, I didn't try it though. It was free.
Yeah,
Calm down, everybody.
I
It was
didn't pay
free.
for it. There's nothing weird about it. Nothing weird with checking out something for free.
Look, cat girls are cute. Don't hate.
Cobalt, thoughts?
I mean, if anime girls were real, I would do them. So.
Well, that's been the Northern Lion Live Super Show for Wednesday, August 3rd.
Where's that stop it right there?
Don't know if there's really anywhere to go from that.
No king shame.
They're awesome though.
It's not kink shaming. I'm
He's
very
king shaming me. I'm blushing right now.
He does this all the time. I'm blushing too, actually.
You think you'd know somebody, and you find out you don't. You find out you don't.
Let's start a cat girl band.
I'm not saying it's not fine to talk about anime girls. People are like, "Well, it's okay to eat humans, but it's not okay to talk about anime girls."
You can be the bass player.
In your anime band.
And, yes.
I'm not like against it.
You'd be a great bass player.
So who's our Vocaloid singer? We've got to have a not real singer who's a diva.
Hatsune Miku. That would
Bear,
be you.
Bear Taffy.
Yeah,
He's got a
modulators and pedals. I could see that.
I just want to point out, I met you halfway on that joke. I made a reference to Hatsune Miku with wordplay. After you guys said, "Don't you want to be a part
You
of the
shamed us already.
No, I
Okay.
made no reaction whatsoever.
I appreciate it. I just didn't
Okay.
react properly.
All right, that's fine then.
Sorry.
I try to meet you halfway.
You
and
did.
then-
You did fine.
Anime girls in real life would be
Giving you a
so
hard
fucking
time.
scary. Honestly, I've seen a couple of like people cosplay as anime girls with like the really big creepy eyes, and they are kind of fucking scary looking when they
Yeah.
like, try to be like
I mean,
that.
it's not natural to have eyes that big.
Yeah.
Who's king shaming now?
I mean,
I think me.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
God,
we
I'm a piece of shit.
have a vague understanding of kink shaming.
This is, this is just par for the course for me because Kate, is into anime and a lot of, Japanese media properties that have, I don't know whether to call them anime or like anime influences, like Persona, for example. So this is like par for the course for my at least intermittent life. Like standing in the crowd of people watching the Persona 5 like gameplay reveal at E3 and everyone's wearing like cat ears and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right. I mean, like it's not my scene, but I'm okay with it. I'll live.
I came super close to going way into that rabbit hole, and I think honestly meeting you kind of pushed me a bit back from it. Not in a negative way, just like you weren't as into it, and that's fine. And I think it's kept me from being quite as exuberant, which may be a net positive.
I mean, like for your acceptance into
Yeah, that.
modern society.
That part.
Yeah, I don't really care if people accept me. I just do what I do. You're talking about being 30 and you got to go to the doctor and I'm an adult, dude. I'm like 15 at heart. I dress like I'm 15. I talk like I'm 15. I act like I'm 15. Like
How do you talk?
I don't really care because I'm very immature. I talk about cocks and penises and
All right.
and just
Dicks,
all sort. I make dick jokes constantly and
phalluses.
all sorts of things.
Big
Like
old-
I don't
big old
care
boners.
what people think.
The
I quit
mushroom
caring a
dick.
long time ago.
Thank you, Daniel Dorito 420 for your
I think-
subscription.
I probably had that same moment as you, Nick, but it was when I was like 16, and
Yeah.
I had like a full summer off from school and no job, and I was like, "This is my put up or shut up moment. Am I gonna graduate from like
Which
Dragon
road?
Ball Z? Am I gonna graduate from Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Digimon to like actually watching
The hard
like,
shit.
Exactly, the real shit, not the gateway anime?" And I was just like, maybe like it was on one monitor, it was that, and then on the other monitor, it was like a pre-order for Madden 05, and then I went with Madden, and life could have been different. Not necessarily better or worse, but different if I'd gone the other way.
You took the road more traveled.
I did, and now I know a lot about how the NFL looked in the year 2005.
Freaking
I
Madden.
went further than you though. Like I went pretty far already. I did the whole Naruto thing. I did Full Metal Alchemist, Trigun. Like I got into
I've done all that too. So
the early stages of anime world, but I didn't follow it up into like Sword Art Online levels.
I watched that too.
I
first
started
season's
watching
okay.
it. I couldn't keep up with it.
The second season is real bad. Medieval
Love
Horde,
Gantz.
welcome back. I like anime. Anime's not bad. I don't like obsess over it. I don't buy like manga and shit like all the time or anything like that. I don't know. I identify with people who like all that stuff.
Yeah, this isn't judgment for people who are into it either. I don't want to take it the wrong way. I'm just saying for my personal life.
We have anime
backed away a little bit.
I feel like online, it's more. I find people that are more accepting of it rather than starting to like strike up a conversation with someone in real life. Like, so did you see the newest episode of Tokyo Ghoul? Like, no, none of my friends watch that shit.
So much anime if you want to go all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
You could spend your whole time just watching anime and never watch like 10% of it.
Eve's mascara. I'm good on that.
Ah,
Nice, disturbed impression.
sorry, I was dodging bullets.
Sebakazu, thank you as well.
This game's good. I want to play this more.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty alright.
Have you checked out Death Road to Canada?
I have not checked out Death Road to Canada yet, but I've heard good things.
Oh, it's so fun.
I copy like 2 months ago, and I really need to play it.
It's so fun. I was surprisingly surprised. It was nice.
Am I gonna be like, this game makes fun of my country?
It's hard as fuck. No, it doesn't really make fun of Canada at all. You're just trying to get there because it's safe.
Oh, well, that's...
Yeah, honestly, it's a positive.
It has no references to Canada, really, except for that, like, it's the last safe human bastion for people, is what you've heard. So...
That sounds good to me. I mean, that's kind of like the way I feel about it, as is, so...
Yeah. And I'm done with this run, just in time. Woo!
I'm on the cathedral, but I will be done momentarily.